What's going on YouTube? This is a quick tutorial how to replace the starter for a 2007 Lexus IS250. Steps should be the same for the IS350, the ISF, and certain GS models.
Steps should also be the same for 2006 to 2012 models.
I also did this on a lift. You don't need a lift. You can use a jack and jack stands. I want to make a quick disclaimer. This is not a complete step-by-step
Kind of tips and tricks. You still need some basic experience working on cars. I mean, you should know how to do a brake job or something like that. I skipped a few things.
But go underneath the vehicle, there's a splash guard. It's about just behind the engine compartment, right there where the engine meets the transmission. There's a splash guard. It's held in by 4 fasteners. After you remove the 4 fasteners, you can slide it right out of the way, as I'm gonna do here. Then you look directly up near the oil pan, the engine oil pan. You'll see the starter there. That's it, black with the red label. It's held in by 2 bolts. They're both 14mm bolts. Once you remove the 2 bolts, you have a 12mm nut holding on the power cable for the starter. And then there's just a push connector.
That's one of the 14mm bolts. They're kind of hard to get to. I used a extra long extension, the type that you use for a transmission.
I used an extra long extension and came in from the rear of the vehicle
over the transmission mount, and I was able to reach the bolts. They were both easy with that type of an extension, but whatever you can find to make it work, make it work.
After you get it loose, it's in there kind of tight. You gotta wiggle it around and twist it and spin it. You may be there spinning around on it for a little bit, but the entire job should take no more than 45 minutes.
After you wiggle it and spin it, you'll be able to gain access to the 12mm bolt holding on the power line. Remove that and the push connector, and continue to spin and twist and spin and twist until you get it to the bottom of the K-frame.
That's the cradle that holds the engine. There's a slot at the bottom where you can get the starter out of there.
There we go. It's down at the bottom. There's a little slot here next to the oil pan. Once you get it about like this, you want it to face down.
And it slides right out. And I just kind of did it a few times just to emphasize the direction, the orientation that you want it in for it to come out easily. And it's only going to come out of there one way. It's only going to go back in one way.
Again, I apologize about the bad camera angles. I apologize about the bad lighting and everything else. This is just kind of last minute. I just hope it helps. Once you get it back into position, it's really easy to set it in place. Just remember to put the power line on before you start the starter bolts, and you should be good to go. This repair is done. Just put it back the same way you took it loose. And if you have any questions, feel free to post a comment. I hope this video helped someone. If it did, give me a thumbs up. And if it didn't, tell me in the comments why not. Then give me a break and give me a thumbs up. Have a good day.